be restless and free, and you know that it's best if you go, for there surely will be trouble.
Okay, stranger.
You don't know me, and I don't know you, but I'm telling you this, and it might be true. There's only one thing gets a cowboy down. It's the kind of trouble that we've got in this town, frog trouble.
Oh my! Howdy, y'all! Welcome, friends, to yonder town of Illyria. This old wild western town sprung up when Count Orsino struck gold. Soon folks flowed in, and the enterprising young Olivia opened the Shooting Star Saloon, which became the center of all action in this little town. And Miss Olivia sends her greetings. Here's her words. While you're here, make yourself at home. Now here's the important part, so listen up. If any of y'all are toting around them new fandangled cell phones, please, turn them off or put them on airplane mode, else the show will not go on. Y'all hear that? Horses in the distance. I warn you not to go traveling these lonely roads leading here to Illyria. Bandits and robbers are roaming all over the hills around here. So long, y'all. I'm out of here.
What country, partner, is this?
This is Lyrian, lady.
Knowest thou this country?
I, ma'am, well, for was born and bred not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke in nature and in name.
What is his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And was so now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and it was fresh murmured that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count, who died some 12 months since, leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who then shortly also died, for whose dear love she did adjure the sight and company of men.
Oh, that I did serve that lady. Might not be delivered to the world till I made mine own occasion mellow what my state is.
For that be hard to compass, for she emits no kind of suit, no, not the duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, captain. And though that nature, with the beauteous wall, doth oft close in pollution, yet of thee I will believe thou hast a mind that suits with this thy fair and outgrave character. pray thee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, conceal me what I am, and be my aid to such disguise as shall haply become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. Oh, it may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else mayhap to time I will commit? Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then my eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
By my troth, Timney, you must come in early on nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why, let her accept before accepted.
Tiffany Belch. Howdy, Tiffany Belch.
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you first, Rue.
And you too, sir.
Methinks sometimes I have no more work than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I believe that does great harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear it. I'll home tomorrow, Tiffany. Your niece will not be seen. Or if she be, it's 4-1. It's none of me. The Count himself, he'll hard by woos her.
She'll none of the count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's a life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer.
If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that, surfeiting, the appetite may sicken, and so die. That strain again, it had a dying fall. Oh, it came from my ear like the sweet sound that, breathing upon a bank of violets, steals and gives odor. Enough, no more. 'Tis not the same now as it was before. Who saw Cesario, ho?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you aside. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book even my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Stand at her doors, be not denied access, and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow, till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her grief as it is spoke, She will never admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds, rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well, Dak, my woes. She'll take it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's of more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. They have not yet come to belie thy happy years, which say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all assemblative of a woman's part. I know thy consolation is right apt for this affair. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to make his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife, whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Howdy! God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Missy, I bade them take away you.
Miss Precision in the highest degree. Good ma'am, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good ma'am.
Make your proof.
I must catechise you for it. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, ma'am, for want of other honest, I'll bide your proof.
Good missus, why mourn'st thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul's in hell, ma'am.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, you, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, fellows.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Does she not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake her. Infirmity that decays the wise doth make the ever better fool. I marvel that your ladyship should take delight in such a barren rascal. I saw her put down the other day with an ordinary fool that had no more brains than a stone. Look you now, she's out of her guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion unto her, she's gagged.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and a free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Ma'am, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino. Is it?
I know not, ma'am. 'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who my people hold him in delay?
Tiffany, ma'am, your kinswoman.
Fetch her off, I pray you. She speaks nothing but of madness. Fie on her. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick, or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. I am mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A fine fella.
A fella? What fine fella?
He's a fella here. Oh, play on this pickle herring.
Good Tiffany.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lethargy? I defy lethargy. There's one at the gate.
Ah, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil, and he will. I care not. Give me face, say I. It's all one.
What's a drunken woman like, fool?
Like a drowned woman, a fool, and a mad woman. One drop of heat makes her full, second mads her, and the third drowns her.
Go thou, seek the coroner, and let him sit on my cuz, for she's in the 3rd degree of drink. She's drowned.
She's but mad. Yet Madonna and the fool should look to the mad woman.
Ma'am, yon young fellow would speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on to understand so much. Therefore, he would speak with you. I told him you were sleeping. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too. And therefore, he would speak with you. What should be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and so he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post, Mr. Border to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough a man, nor young enough a boy. He's very well attended, and speaks very shrewdly. He'll speak with you, would you or no?
Let him approach. Calling my maid.
Maria, my lady calls.
Give me my veil. Come, throw it on my face. We will once more hear of Orsino's embassy.
The lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. And yet, by the fangs of mouse, I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am. Tell me your mind.
It alone concerns your ear.
What are you? What would you?
What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear of this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady,
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
in Orsino's bosom.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good ma'am, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present, is it not? Well done.
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive, if you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse schedules of my beauty, and it shall be inventoried, and every particle utensil labeled as to my will, as item 2 lips in different red, item 2 gray eyes with lids to them, item 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth.
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompensed though you were crowned the non-peril of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, with fertile tears, with sighs, groans that thunder love, with the sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial, I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why, what would you?
Make me a little cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of condemned love, and sing them aloud even in the dead of night. Hallow your name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortune, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. Gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no fee to post. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart a flint that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions, and spirit to give thee fivefold blazon. What ho, Malvolio! Run after that same peevish messenger. The Count is man, he left this ring behind him, would I or not. Tell him I'll none of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi thee, Malvolio. I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind.
Were you not even now at the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have taken me the pains of taking her away yourself. Receive it so.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed, so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. 'Tis too hard a knot for me to untie.
By my troth, that's a sweeter birth to sing as the fool has. Excellent. Why, this is the best fooling when all is done. Name a song.
Come on. There's 2 gold coins for you. Let's have a song.
Me too.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Yeehaw.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be driving six flat horses when she comes. She'll be driving six flat horses when she comes. She'll be driving six flat horses. She'll be driving six flat horses. She'll be driving six flat horses when she comes.
Shh! What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady had not called up her steward, Malvolio, and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Am I not of her blood? I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Can't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morn. Can't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn.
Beshrew me, the lady's an admirable fooling.
Aye, she does well enough if she be disposed, and so do I too. Oh, she does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
Dinah, won't you blow?
For the love of ale, peace.
My ladies and master, are you mad or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but you gamble like tinkers at this time of night? You make an alehouse of my lady's house. They squeak out your courtiers without any mitigation or remorse of voice. Have you no respect of place, person, nor time in you? Tiffany, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinswoman, she is nothing odd to your order, and if it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Cheyenne, Cheyenne, I believe in Cheyenne.
Nay, good Tiffany.
Goodbye, Tiffany. You're leaving Cheyenne.
Is it even so?
My foot's in the stirrup, my rein in my hand. I believe in Cheyenne, I'm off to Montana.
Goodbye, Tiffany. You're leaving Cheyenne.
This is much credit to you.
Yippee-ki-yay, shall I bid him go?
Yippee-ki-yay, you dare. No?
Art thou any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, and by the bull's horn, and ginger shall be hot in mouth too.
Thou art in the right. Go, sir, rub your chin with crumbs. A stoop of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, you prize my lady's favor at anything more than contempt. You will not give means for this uncivil role. She shall know it by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
Sweet Tiffany, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the counts was today with my lady, she is much out of quiet. For Senor Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay-word and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it. He's the best persuaded of himself, so crammed, as he thinks, with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. And on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistle of love, wherein, by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feel impersonated. I can write very like my lady, your niece, on a forgotten matter. We can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent. I smell a device.
I have it in my nose, too.
He shall think, by the letters that thou wilt draw, that they come from my niece, and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse now will make him an ass.
As I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport Royal, I warn you, I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstaid and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How likest thou this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it, young though thou art, thine eye hath strayed upon some favor that it loves. Hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She's not worth thee, then. What years of faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old. Too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him. So sways she level in her husband's heart. For boy, how were we to praise ourselves? We men, our fancies are more giddy and infirm, more longing and wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thine affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose perfection, being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so it is. Alas, that they are so. To fall, even when they to perfection grow.
Let all give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands. Tell her those parts which fortune hath bestowed upon her, I hold as giddily fortune. But it is that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks in her attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you,
I cannot so be answered.
sooth, but you must. Say that some woman, as perhaps there is, hath a great pang of heart for your love as you hath for Olivia. You cannot love her, you tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can buy the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but of the palate, that suffers surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the desert, and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can bear me and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know
What dost thou know?
too well what love a woman to man may owe. In faith, they are true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man, as it might be, perhaps were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment like a worm in the bud feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, sat like patience on monument, smiling at grief. Was this not love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but still our shows are little more than love. Our shows are little more than, for we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister for love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers, too. Sir, Shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste, give her this chain. Tell her my love can brook no place, bide no delay.
Get you two behind the piano. Malvolio is coming this way. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close, in the name of Justin. Lie thou there, for here comes a trout that must be caught with tickling.
What employment have we here?
Oh, peace in the spirit of humor's intimate reading aloud to him.
By my word, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, her T's, and thus she makes great her P's.
Her
It is in
C's?
contempt of question her hand.
Her C's? Her U's? Why that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrases, by her leave wax, soft, the impressure her decrees, with which she uses to sill. To whom should this be? Jove knows I love but who. Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. The number's altered. If this should be thee, Malvolio,
Marry hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a Lucre's knife, with blooded stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
Excellent wench, say I.
I may command where I adore. Why, she is my lady. I serve her. This is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this.
And with what willingness Samuel checks at it.
But then, M-O-A-I. If I could make that resemble something in me. M. Malvolio. M. M. Why, that begins my name. But then, A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope, or I'll cudgel and make him cry, oh.
And I comes behind.
I, and you had an eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
The sequence is not as the former, and yet, to crush it a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. But soft, here falls prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars, I'm above. But be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fights open their hand. Let thy blood and spirit embrace them. And to inure thyself to what thou art like to be cast, thy humble slot, and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, stir with servant, let thy tongue tang arguments of state, put thyself in tricks of singularity. She thus advises thee, that sight for thee. Remember who commanded thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say, remember, go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still. The fellow is a servant, and not worthy to touch fortune's finger. Very well. She that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Thee the ancient pain discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Tiffany. I will point the vice, the very man. She to commend my yellow stockings of late, and praise my leg being ever cross-gartered. In this, she opens herself to my love, that, and with a kind of injunction, moves me to these habits of her liking. I will be strange. in yellow stockings and ever cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Here is yet a postscript. Thou cannot choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smile becomes thee well. Therefore, in my presence still smile, my dear sweet, I pray thee. Jove, I pray thee, I will smile.
Wilt thou set foot on my neck?
I, or I either.
Shall I play my freedom at the trade trip and become thy bond slave?
Or mine either.
Why, thou hast put him into such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
Like castor oil with a midwife.
If you will, then see the fruits of the sport. Mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, which is a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests. And he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to melancholy as she is, that it cannot but make him silly. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
Art thou not the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words. My lady is within, sir. I'll consort to them whence you come. The Count's servant is here.
Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, ma'am, and most humble service.
So, what is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly fame was called compliment. Your servant can't or see no youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts, would they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Ma'am, I come to wet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I bade you never speak again of him. But would you undertake another suit? I had rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady,
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send, after that last enchantment you did hear, a ring in chase of you. So I did abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me, you, under your hard construction, must I say it, to force that on you in a shameful cunning, which you knew none of yours. What might you think?
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not a grise. For it is vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Oh, stay, I prithee, tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right. I am not what I am.
Would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, ma'am, than I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that Margaret, all thy pride, nor wit, nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thyself from this clause, for that I woo, thou therefore hast no cause, but rather reason thus with reason better. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
By my innocence and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall be mistress of it, save I alone. So adieu, good ma'am. Never more will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again! For thou mayst move that heart which now abhors to like his love.
I will not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw Eunice do more favors to the Count Silverman than ever she has bestowed upon me.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight, only to exasperate you. You should then have accosted her, and with excellent jest, fine new from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness.
Challenge me, the Count's youth, to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. Mine shall take note of it. And assure thyself there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation with women than report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in a martial hand. About it. Let there be gall enough in that ink, though thou write with a goose pen. No matter. Go!
Where shall I find thee?
We'll call thee at the cubiculo. Go!
Would you pardon me? I did not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count, his galleys, I did some service of such note indeed, that were I taken here, I would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew a great number of his people?
The offense is not of such a bloody nature. Albeit, the quality of the time and quarrel might have given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from them. Only which for time's sake, most of our city did. Only myself stood out.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs, at the Shooting Star, is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, while you beguile the time and feed your knowledge upon viewing of the town.
Why I your purse?
Haply your eyes shall light upon some toy you desire to purchase. And your store, I think, is not bridal market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Shooting Star.
I do remember.
Malvolio.
He's coming, ma'am, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, ma'am.
Why, what's the matter? Does he rave?
No, ma'am. He does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if he come. For sure, the man is tainted in his wits.
Howdy, Malvolio.
Sweet lady, ho, ho.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in mind, though yellow in leg. It had come to his hand, and command shall be executed. I think you know the sweet Roman hand.
For goodness sake, why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolio?
Shall I respond? Yes. Nightingales answered ours.
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great.
Huh?
Some achieve greatness.
What sayest thou?
And some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee! Why hast thou those yellow stockings?
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings?
The yellow stockings?
And wish to see thee ever cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered?
Go to, thou art made.
Am I maid?
If thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see this servant still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Tiffany? This my people have a special care of him.
Oh ho. You come near me now. This concurs directly to the letter. She sent her on purpose that I may appear stubborn to her. I have limped her, but it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful.
Which way is he in the name of sanctity? Here he is, here he is. How do you, sir? How's it with you, man?
Go off. I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him.
How do you, Malvolio? How's it with you? What, man? Defy the devil. Consider he's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Law, you speak ill of the devil. How he takes it to heart. Pray God he be not bewitched.
Go off. You are not of my element. You should know more hereafter.
Why, we shall make him mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
Come, let us have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief that he's mad. We may carry it thus, for our pleasure and his penance, till our very pastime, tired out of breath, prompts us to have mercy on him. At which time we'll bring the device to the bar and crown thee a finder of madmen. But see.
Here's the challenge. Do it lead. I warned you. There's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Yes, do it read.
Give me. You, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief and exceeding good sense. Less.
I will waylay thee going home, where, if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good.
thou kill'st me like a rogue and a villain.
Still, you keep bow the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. And so look to thyself, thy partner as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. You know what I mean.
My niece.
Yeah. Your niece is now in some commerce with him, and they will by and by return.
Go, Sir Andrew. Scout me for him at the corner of the saloon, like a bum bailey. So soon as ever thou seest him, draw. And as thou drawest, swear horrible. For it comes to pass oft that a terrible oath with swaggering accent, sharply twanged off, gives manhood more probation than ever proof itself could have earned him. Away.
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now I will not deliver this letter, for his letter being so excellently ignorant will breed no terror in the youth, but he will find it comes from a clodpole. Miss, I will deliver his challenge by word of mouth, set upon Aguecheek a notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman, as I know his youth will aptly receive it, into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so frighten them both that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices.
Here he comes with your niece. Give them way till he take leave, and presently after.
I'll meditate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not. Hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me? I'll deny. That honor saved may upon asking give.
Only this, your true love for my master.
Oh, how with mine honor may I give to him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, ma'am.
That defense thou hast, but take thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done him, I know not, but thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the saloon's land.
Oh, you mistake me, ma'am. I am shown no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, but take you to your guard, for your opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man with all.
I pray you, ma'am. What is he?
He's not dubbed with unhatched rapier on carpet consideration, but he is a devil in private role. Souls and bodies have he divorced 3.
I will return again unto the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of man who put quarrels on others purposely to test their valor. Belike this is a man of that quirk?
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury.
This is as uncivil as it is strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense done to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I'll do so. And Miss Maria, stay you by these gentlemen till my return.
I pray you, ma'am, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
What manner of man is he?
Nothing of that wonderful promise. To read him by his form, as you are like to find him in the proof of his valor. He's indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could possibly have found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I'll make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I am one that had rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my metal.
He's a very devil. I have not seen such a farrago. I had a pass with him, gun holster and all. And he gives me such a show of his grease lightning gun with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable. And on that answer, he pays you as surely as your feet hits the ground they step on. They say he has been sharpshooter for Annie Oakley.
Pox on it. I will not meddle with him.
I bet you will not now be pacified. Maria can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it. And I thought he'd be so valiant and so cunning in defense that I'd had challenged him or seen him damned.
Stand here and make a good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. I persuaded him to use the devil.
He is as horribly conceited of him, and pants, and pale as if a bear were at his heel.
Sir, there's no remedy. He will fight with you for oath's sake.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell how much I lack of a man.
Give grounds if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew. The gentleman will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you.
Put up your gun. If this young gentleman hath done offense, I take the fault on me. If you have offended him, I for him defy you.
You, ma'am? Why, what are you?
One, sir, that for his love does yet do more than you have heard him brag, to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I'm for you.
Nay, good Tiffany, hold. Here comes an officer.
I'll be with you anon.
I pray you, sir, put up your gun if you please.
Marry, sir, I will.
Antonia, I arrest thee the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, ma'am, no jot. I know you favor well. You know I know thee well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you. But there is no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do now when necessity makes me ask for my purse? It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, ma'am, I pray you go.
I must entreat you some of that money.
What money, ma'am? For the fair kindness you showed me here. Hold, there's half my copper.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid those kindnesses I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any other feature. I hate ingratitude in a man, more than I hate lying, vainness, babbling drunkenness, or any taint of vice whose strong corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves.
Come, ma'am, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This young gentleman that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image which methought it promised most venerable worth that I devotion.
What's that to me? The time goes by, away.
But oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feat or shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but beauty is evil. Our trunks are flourished by the devil.
Come away, you know, I know thee well.
Lead me on.
Methinks her words do from such a passion fly, that she believes herself. So do not I. Prove true, imagination, oh, prove true, that I, dear brother, now be taken for you. She named Sebastian. I, my brother, know, yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was my brother, and he went still in this fashion, color, ornament. For him I imitate. Oh, if it prove true, bullets are kind, and the desert green with love.
Well now, weren't that all a crazy lot of fun? There's all kinds of trouble brewing. Now, Miss Olivia's wanting me to bid you all go get yourselves some refreshing in the lobby. The saloon's closed on account of y'all, to y'all on account of the youngins running around. Take a turn at the fancy privies. They blush. Stretch your legs and greet your neighbor. But don't be too late getting back. The last part of the show is always the most exciting, and we can't leave this town in such a mess.
Now, sir, how am I you again? There's for thee.
Why, there's for thee. And there. Are all people mad? Halt, sir, or I'll throw your gun or the house.
This I'll tell my lady straight. I'm not being some of your boots for 2 gold coins.
Come, sir, hold. Let go thy hand. Come, sir, I will not let you go. Come, my young soldier, put up your fist. You're well fleshed, come on.
I'll be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy gun.
What? Nay, then. I must have an answer to of this malpert blood from you.
Tiffany, on thy life I charge thee, hold!
Ma'am!
Will it ever be thus? Ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains, barbarous caves, where manners were never preached. Out of my sight! Ugh! Be not offended, dear Cesario. I pray thee, gentle partner, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Now go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou mayest smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? Or else this a dream? Let fancy still my sense, and lethe steep. If this a dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee. Wouldst thou be ruled by me?
Ma'am, I will.
I will say so, And Soapy.
Nay, I pray thee, put it on this gown and stash. Make him believe thou art Sir Topaz, the curate. Do it quickly. I'll call Tiffany the whilst.
Well, I'll put it on, and I'll dissemble myself in it. And I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Tiffany. For, as the old hermit of Prague that never saw pen and ink, very wittily said to a niece of King Overduke, that is. So I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson. For what is that, but that, and is but it?
To him, Sir Topaz.
But who I say, peace in this prison?
The knave counterfeits well. A good name.
Who calls there?
Sir Topaz the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topaz! Sir Topaz! Good Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Out, hyperbolical fiend. How vexest thou this man? Talkest of nothing but of ladies?
Well said, Master Parson.
Good Sir Topaz, do not think I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Fie, thou dishonest Satan! Sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
White hath bay windows, as transparent as barricadoes.
I say to you, this house is dark.
I say there is no darkness but ignorance. Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness.
You might just have done this without thy stash and gown. He sees you not.
To him in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou find'st him.
Darling, oh my darling Clementine,
Fool!
you were lost and gone forever.
Fool!
Dreadful sorrow, Clementine,
Fool, I say!
in a cavern. Who calls, huh?
Good fool, as I would thou deserve well at my hand, help me to a candle and pen, ink and paper. They have profited me. Keep me in darkness, then minister to me, and do all they can to face me out of my wits. Good fool, help me to some lines and paper.
I'll help you to it. But tell me true, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not, I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains. But I'll fetch you light paper and ink.
Fool, I requite it in the highest degree. I pray thee be gone.
Where's Antonia then? Her counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense, that this may be some error, but no madness. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here, the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me and this holy man into the chantry bar, and there, before him and under that consecrated roof, plight to me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it whiles you're willing. It shall come to note what time we will our celebration keep, according to my birth. Let's get hitched. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good Father, and heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
What ho! If you'll let your lady know that I'm here to speak with her, and bring her along with you, it may awaken my bounty.
Marry, sir, I will awake your bounty anon.
Here comes the woman, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of hers I do remember well. A band of travelers was she captain of, with which such scatheful grapple did she make of the most noble wagon of our fleet, that very envy and tongue of loss cried fame and honor upon her.
Tiffany.
What's the matter?
She did me kindness, sir, drew upon my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not what 'twas but distraction.
What foolish boldness brought thee here, to whom in terms so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, that most ungrateful boy there by your side denied me mine own purse, which I recommended to his use not a half hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before, both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, ma'am, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me. Take her aside.
What would my lord, but that which he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable. Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Ma'am?
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario? Good, my lord.
My lord would speak, my duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to me as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What, to perverseness? You uncivil lady? Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it? Like to the Egyptian thief at point of death, to kill what I love. A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love, despite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund, apt and willing to do you rest, 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all mores than e'er I shall love wife.
Me detested, how am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is
Come.
it so long?
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
Ah, husband, can he that deny?
Her husband, sirrah?
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the basis of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Be that thou knowest thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou fearest.
O thou dissembling cub, what will it be when time has sowed a grizzle on thy case? Will not else thy craft so quickly grow, that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy steps where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love, send presently to Tiffany.
Oh, what's the matter?
It's broken my head, of course. I'm giving Tiffany a bloody coxcomb.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario.
My gentleman, Cesario?
Odd likings. Here he is. Has broken my head, of course, and given Tiffany a bloody coxcomb.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your gun upon me without cause, but I bespake you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be hurt, you have hurt me. You shall hear more.
How's with you, partner?
That someone has hurt me. And there's the end on it. So, did see Dick Surgeon?
Oh, he's drunk, Tiffany. An hour agone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue and a passy measures pattern. I hate a drunken rogue.
Oh, away with her. Who made this havoc with them?
I will help you, Tiffany, because we were desperate together.
Will you help? An apple jaw, and a coxcomb, and a knife, a thin-faced knife, a gun.
Get her to bed and let this heart be looked to.
Sorry, ma'am. I have hurt your kinswoman. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons. A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonia? Oh, my dear Antonia, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian. Are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonia?
How have you made division of yourself? And Appleclepton, too, is no more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity in my nature, from here and everywhere. I had a sister, which the desert sands and bandits have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messaline. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother, too. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, from which in the whom I did participate. And let my tears let fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, dearest Viola.
If nothing lets to make us happy both, but this, my masculine, usurped attire.
So comes it, ma'am, that you have been mistook, that nature in her bias drew in that you would have been contracted to a maid. But neither are you therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed both to a maid and a man.
Be not amazed, right noble is his blood. I shall have share in this most happy wrack. Thou hast said to me 1,000 times, none should never love woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I ever swear. And all those swearings keep as true in face as doth the orbed fire the continent that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand.
Here, a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as a man's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open it and read it.
By the Lord, ma'am, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet I have the benefit of my senses, as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, ma'am.
This savors not much of distraction.
See him delivered, Maria. Bring him hither.
Is this the madman?
My lord, this same. Howdy, Malvolio.
Ma'am, you have done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray approve that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though I confess much like the character. But out of question, 'tis Maria's hand. Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. I was once, sir, in this interlude. Once, Sir Topaz, but that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I'm not mad. But do you remember? Why, I laugh at you at such a barren rascal, and you smile not, for she's gagged. And thus the whirligig of time brings on his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you!
He hath been most notoriously abused. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on, to think me as well a sister as a wife, one day shall crown the alliance on it. So please you, here, at my house, and at my proper cost.
Ma'am, I'm most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him so much against the meadow of your sex, and so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, here's my hand, and since you've called me master for so long, you shall from this time be your master's mistress and his fancy's queen.
Aww.
Okay, stranger.
You don't know me, and I don't know you, but I'm telling you this, and it might be true. There's only one thing that gets a cowboy down. It's the kind of trouble that we've got in this town, frog trouble. When I'm walking alone, minding my own business, they ought to leave me alone. If you ask me how I'm doing today, I'll shake my head. I got 2 words to say: frog trouble. And here's 2 more: frog trouble. I've known about heartache and what it can do since the great frog rush of '42, when brave folks traveled from far and wide. All of them dreamed and all of them sighed. Frog trouble, frog trouble, that's what they said. Frog trouble.